The world of snakes is as fascinating as it is frightening. These slithering creatures have captivated human imagination for millennia, often evoking a mix of fear, respect, and awe. Among the 3,500 known species of snakes, a select few stand out for their potent venom and potential danger to humans. In this documentary, we will explore 20 of the world's most dangerous snakes, delving into their unique characteristics, habitats, and the lethal cocktails they carry. Before we dive into our list of deadly serpents, it's important to understand what makes a snake dangerous. The primary factor is the potency of its venom, which is measured by its toxicity and the amount delivered in a typical bite. However, other factors come into play, such as the snake's aggression level, habitat proximity to human populations, and the availability of antivenom. It's crucial to note that even the most venomous snake isn't necessarily the most dangerous if it rarely encounters humans or delivers small amounts of venom. Let's begin our journey with one of the most infamous snakes in the world, the black mamba. Native to sub-Saharan Africa, the black mamba is renowned for its speed, aggression, and incredibly potent neurotoxic venom. Despite its name, this snake isn't actually black. Its body ranges from grey to dark brown, with the inside of its mouth being inky black, visible when it threatens potential predators. Growing up to 14 feet long, the black mamba is one of the longest venomous snakes in Africa. The black mamba's venom is a complex cocktail of neurotoxins and cardiotoxins. A single bite can deliver enough venom to kill up to 10 people. Without antivenom, the mortality rate is nearly 100%, with death occurring in as little as 20 minutes, though the average is about 7 to 15 hours. The venom causes paralysis and respiratory failure, and victims may experience blurred vision, difficulty swallowing and breathing, and severe pain at the bite site. Despite its fearsome reputation, the black mamba typically tries to avoid human contact. However, when cornered, it becomes highly aggressive and will not hesitate to strike repeatedly. Its speed and agility make it a formidable opponent, capable of moving at speeds up to 12 miles per hour over short distances. Moving from the African savanna to the coastal regions of Australia, we encounter our next deadly serpent, the coastal taipan. This snake is considered one of the most venomous land snakes in the world. The coastal taipan can grow up to 6.5 feet long and has a light to dark brown coloration that helps it blend into its environment. The venom of the coastal taipan is a potent neurotoxin that affects the nervous system and the blood's ability to clot. A single bite from this snake can contain enough venom to kill up to 100 men. The venom acts quickly, causing headaches, nausea, vomiting, convulsions, paralysis, and eventually death from respiratory failure. Before the development of an anti-venom in 1956, the fatality rate from coastal taipan bites was nearly 100%. Today, with prompt medical treatment and anti-venom administration, the survival rate is much higher. However, the coastal taipan remains a significant threat due to its highly toxic venom, and its habitats overlap with human settlements. Our next stop takes us to the Indian subcontinent, home to the infamous king cobra. As the world's longest venomous snake, the king cobra can grow up to 18 feet in length. Its distinctive hood and ability to raise a third of its body off the ground make it one of the most recognizable snakes in the world. The king cobra's venom is not the most potent drop for drop, but the sheer volume it can deliver in a single bite makes it extremely dangerous. A single bite can deliver up to 7 milliliters of venom, enough to kill 20 people or even an elephant. The venom attacks the victim's central nervous system, causing severe pain, blurred vision, vertigo, and eventually paralysis. Despite its fearsome reputation, the king cobra is generally shy and will avoid human contact when possible. However, when cornered, it becomes highly aggressive and will not hesitate to attack. Its intelligence and ability to plan its attacks make it a particularly dangerous opponent. Traveling to the Americas, we encounter one of the most dangerous pit vipers in the world, the eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Native to the southeastern United States, this snake is the largest rattlesnake species, growing up to 8 feet in length. Its distinctive diamond-shaped patterns and signature rattle make it easily identifiable. The eastern diamondback's venom is a potent hemotoxin that destroys blood cells and causes tissue damage. A bite from this snake can deliver a substantial amount of venom, causing severe pain, swelling, and internal bleeding. Without proper medical treatment, a bite can be fatal, with a mortality rate of up to 30%. Despite its dangerous reputation, the eastern diamondback rattlesnake plays a crucial role in its ecosystem, helping to control rodent populations. It uses its rattle as a warning system, preferring to avoid confrontation with larger animals, including humans. Our journey now takes us to the waters of the Indo-Pacific region, home to the Belcher's sea snake. Often cited as the most venomous snake in the world, the Belcher's sea snake possesses a venom so potent that a single drop could potentially kill 1,000 people. However, it's important to note that this snake is generally docile and rarely bites humans. The Belcher's sea snake is relatively small, typically growing to about 3 feet in length. It has a slender body with a flattened paddle-like tail adapted for swimming. Its coloration varies, but it often features dark crossbands on a lighter background. Despite its extreme venom potency, the Belcher's sea snake is not considered the most dangerous snake due to its calm nature and the fact that it rarely encounters humans. When it does bite, it often delivers a dry bite, injecting little to no venom. However, if a full envenomation occurs, the effects can be devastating, causing paralysis and respiratory failure. Returning to the land, we encounter the inland taipan, also known as the fierce snake. Native to the arid regions of Central Australia, this snake is considered to have the most toxic venom of any land snake when tested on human heart cell cultures. Its venom is estimated to be up to 50 times more toxic than that of a cobra. The inland taipan is a relatively large snake, growing up to 8 feet in length. Its coloration changes seasonally, ranging from light brown in summer to dark brown in winter, an adaptation that helps regulate its body temperature in the harsh desert environment. A single bite from an inland taipan contains enough venom to kill up to 100 adult men. The venom is a complex mixture of neurotoxins, hemotoxins, and myotoxins, causing paralysis, blood coagulation, and muscle damage. Without antivenom, death can occur within 45 minutes. Despite its potent venom, the inland taipan is actually quite shy and reclusive, preferring to avoid confrontation. Most bites occur when the snake is cornered or handled. Its remote habitat also means that encounters with humans are relatively rare. Our next dangerous snake brings us to Central and South America, the fer de lance. This pit viper is responsible for more human deaths in its range than any other American snake. The name fer de lance is French for spearhead, referring to the snake's distinctively shaped head. Growing up to 8 feet long, the fer de lance has a robust body and a pattern of dark triangles along its sides. It's known for its aggressive temperament and tendency to stand its ground rather than flee when threatened. The venom of the fer de lance is primarily hemotoxic, causing severe tissue damage and internal bleeding. A bite can lead to amputation of the affected limb if not treated promptly. The mortality rate can be high, especially in rural areas where medical care may not be readily available. What makes the fer de lance particularly dangerous is its habitat preference for agricultural areas and its tendency to be active at night when it's harder to see. This increases the likelihood of human encounters and accidental stepping on the snake. Heading back to Australia, we encounter the eastern brown snake, responsible for more deaths in Australia than any other snake. This snake is fast-moving, aggressive when threatened, and possesses extremely potent venom. The eastern brown snake can grow up to 7 feet long and has a slender build. Its coloration ranges from pale brown to almost black, and it lacks a distinctive pattern, making it challenging to spot in its natural habitat. The venom of the eastern brown snake is a potent neurotoxin that also affects blood coagulation. It can cause progressive paralysis and uncontrollable bleeding. Without anti-venom, a bite from this snake can be fatal in as little as 30 minutes. What makes the eastern brown snake particularly dangerous is its proximity to human habitation. It's often found in populated areas and is known for its defensive behavior when confronted. It's responsible for about 60% of snakebite deaths in Australia. Our journey now takes us to the forests of Southeast Asia, home to the Malayan krait, also known as the blue krait. This snake is considered one of the most venomous in the world and is known for its stealthy nocturnal habits. The Malayan krait is a relatively small snake, typically growing to about 3.5 feet in length. It has a distinctive appearance with a black body crossed by white or pale blue bands. Despite its beautiful coloration, this snake is incredibly dangerous. The venom of the Malayan krait is a powerful neurotoxin that causes paralysis by blocking nerve signals to the muscles. What makes this snake particularly dangerous is that its bite is often painless, leading victims to underestimate the severity of the situation. Without treatment, the mortality rate can be as high as 70 to 80%. Adding to its danger, the Malayan krait is known to enter human dwellings at night in search of prey, increasing the risk of accidental encounters. Many bites occur when people unknowingly roll onto the snake in their sleep. Traveling to the Middle East and North Africa, we encounter the saw-scaled viper. Despite its small size, typically only 1 to 3 feet long, this snake is responsible for more human deaths than all other African snakes combined. The saw-scaled viper gets its name from the serrated scales on its sides, which it rubs together to produce a sizzling warning sound when threatened. It has a distinct cross-shaped mark on its head and a zigzag pattern along its body. The venom of the saw-scaled viper is hemotoxic and cytotoxic, causing severe pain, swelling, and bleeding at the bite site. Internal bleeding is also common, and without proper treatment, a bite can be fatal. What makes the saw-scaled viper particularly dangerous is its wide distribution in populated areas, its aggressiveness when threatened, and its habit of freezing when approached, increasing the risk of accidental stepping. Its small size also means it's often overlooked until it's too late. Our next stop brings us back to Australia to meet the tiger snake, a highly venomous snake responsible for many bites and deaths in its native range. The tiger snake gets its name from the distinctive bands that run across its body, although some populations lack this banding. Tiger snakes can grow up to 6.5 feet long and are known for their variable coloration, which can range from pale yellow to black. When threatened, they flatten their necks and raise their heads off the ground in a classic warning posture. The venom of the tiger snake is a potent neurotoxin and coagulant. A bite can cause pain at the site, sweating, tingling, numbness, and difficulty breathing. Without antivenom, paralysis and death can occur, sometimes within as little as 30 minutes. Tiger snakes are particularly dangerous due to their proximity to urban areas in southern Australia. They're excellent swimmers and climbers, increasing the variety of habitats where they might be encountered. Moving to South America, we encounter the bushmaster, the largest pit viper in the Americas. Growing up to 12 feet long, the bushmaster is also the longest venomous snake in the Western Hemisphere. The bushmaster has a distinctive appearance with a brown or reddish body covered in dark triangular markings. Its head is broad and flat, typical of pit vipers. Despite its large size, the bushmaster is known for its ability to remain motionless for long periods, blending perfectly with the forest floor. The venom of the bushmaster is a potent hemotoxin that destroys blood cells and causes tissue damage. A bite can cause severe pain, swelling, blistering, and necrosis. Without proper treatment, a bushmaster bite can be fatal, with some reports suggesting a mortality rate of up to 80% without antivenom. What makes the bushmaster particularly dangerous is its large size, which means it can deliver a substantial amount of venom in a single bite. Its camouflage ability also increases the risk of accidental encounters in its forest habitat. Our journey now takes us to the islands of Southeast Asia and the Western Pacific, home to the Philippine cobra. This snake is considered one of the most dangerous in the world due to its potent venom and its tendency to spit venom at perceived threats. The Philippine cobra typically grows to about 5 feet in length and has a distinctive hood that it spreads when threatened. Its coloration can vary from light to dark brown, with some individuals appearing almost black. The venom of the Philippine cobra is a potent neurotoxin that can cause respiratory failure and death within 30 minutes of a bite. What makes this snake particularly dangerous is its ability to spit venom accurately at a target up to 10 feet away. If the venom enters the eyes, it can cause blindness. The Philippine cobra's habitat often overlaps with human settlements, increasing the risk of encounters. Its ability to spit venom also means that it can cause harm even without direct physical contact, making it a significant threat. Traveling to the American southwestern Mexico, we encounter the Mojave rattlesnake, also known as the Mojave green. Despite its relatively small size, typically 2 to 4 feet long, this snake is considered one of the most dangerous in North America due to its potent venom. The Mojave rattlesnake has a greenish-grey to brown coloration with dark diamond shapes along its body. Like other rattlesnakes, it has a distinctive rattle at the end of its tail that it uses as a warning when threatened. What sets the Mojave rattlesnake apart is its venom, which is unique among North American rattlesnakes. While most rattlesnake venoms are primarily hemotoxic, the Mojave rattlesnake's venom is both hemotoxic and neurotoxic. This combination can cause severe pain, difficulty breathing, and even paralysis. The Mojave rattlesnake is particularly dangerous because its neurotoxic venom can cause respiratory failure much faster than the hemotoxic venom of other rattlesnakes. Additionally, the initial bite may be less painful than that of other rattlesnakes, potentially leading victims to underestimate the severity of the situation. Our next stop brings us to sub-Saharan Africa, home to the puff adder. This snake is responsible for more fatalities than any other African snake, not because it's the most venomous, but due to a combination of factors including its wide distribution, potent venom, and effective camouflage. The puff adder is a relatively large, thick-bodied snake that can grow up to 6 feet in length. It has a distinctive zigzag pattern along its back and a triangular head. When threatened, it can inflate its body and produce a loud hissing sound, hence the name puff adder. The venom of the puff adder is primarily cytotoxic, causing severe tissue damage. A bite can lead to extreme pain, swelling, and blistering, potentially requiring amputation in severe cases. Without proper treatment, a bite can be fatal. What makes the puff adder particularly dangerous is its habit of lying still rather than fleeing when approached. This, combined with its excellent camouflage, leads to many bites occurring when people accidentally step on the snake. Its wide distribution across sub-Saharan Africa also increases the likelihood of human encounters. Heading back to Australia, we encounter the death adder, a snake with a name that leaves little to the imagination. Despite its name, it's not related to true adders, but is a member of the Elapidae family, which includes cobras and mambas. The death adder is a relatively short, thick-bodied snake, typically growing to about 2 to 3 feet in length. It has a triangular head and a thin W